Welcome back, my beautiful diamond dogs. This is your King Willick speaking. Playing Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, still in offline. Oh, what do you know? We just got our internet back. Anyway, I'll upload these feeds later as soon as I get everything else edited. So we have an issue. I've upgraded all of my weapon systems, except I haven't been able to modify them until just now. Reason being is because I keep forgetting to. Now, we have a simple handgun, which, in strength, it's composed of can't figure out which one's the tranks. Oh, that's the tranks. Okay. Composed of tranquilizers. But the one thing I don't need is this flashlight. I don't know what happened to the laser pointer. That's the one thing we need. You don't need no stinking flashlight, but I guess it was required. Oh, here's the laser. Gotcha. Never mind. Figured it out. So this one also needs the laser. Which, if you have the simplification to it, multiply the item. Because, hey, you have people working on these things, gunsmiths and all. Excuse me. Now, there is one thing I do want to touch base on, is getting guns like this, excuse me, silenced. And as you can tell, this has no compressor. For some reason, it won't allow muzzles. So we need to switch out a gun. And we don't have any for stun. Which is why it's complicated. So what do we do in this manner? Well, on the other hand, we do have other damaged rifles, which we have unlocked. Now, future notes. We have been able to, or unable to, upgrade this one with a muzzle. For whatever reason. And I tend to fix that at some point. But for right now, we're dealing with what we got. Trying to remember which rifle we upgraded to. I believe it was this one. And we can also muzzle it. I want to give it a cool muzzle, such as this one. This one. I can't tell better. Looking. See, I go by style points. And neither one of these are for style points. So I'm leaving them the way they are. Let's figure out why we couldn't give this thing a muzzle. We only have one barrel, one, well, whatever that thing is. One of these, and a RF scope. And that RF scope is something I use a lot. Is it 2.8 thing? I'm not so sure how to pronounce that. I'm not one for titles, Richter scales, so don't make fun of me. I'm not to blame. I never touched a gun, neither will I ever touch a gun in my life. But I won't be able to upgrade that either. The only thing I can upgrade in rocket launchers or missile launchers is this one. But the problem with this is it is lacking such as homing missiles and so on and so forth. And the big one that I have on my back currently is a lot of kick. So I can't mess with any of this yet, so I'm just going to let it go. The one thing I do have, though, is a helicopter. So let's take care of Pequod, shall we? I've upgraded everything, so the only thing that I need to do is attach those upgrades. Such as these. I've also come to a realization everybody has been using the, how do I say this? The skin that I've been using for my helicopters and vehicles. And I want to be more unique, and lack thereof uniqueness and style. Can't really do much. I mean, crimson and black has been my color ever since I was a kid. Other than the time that I was a Power Ranger fan. Or, I mean, a big, big, big Power Ranger fan. And I was more interested in blue. And then Tommy came and became the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. And then the Gold Ranger. For Jason. Though I'm not calling Tommy the Gold Ranger. But you get the specifics. So, yeah. It's torture. But the only thing I can do at this point in time is to possibly make it a shade of sorts. I don't have that many shades. Though gold and silver is a nice touch. So I'll make it gold. Oh, a color defect. Alright, so I can't see the outside of the helicopter. And as you can tell, I don't have any buddies with me at this point in time. Quiet's uniforms are now complete. She can now wear the Sniper Wolf uniform or her XOF uniform. Well, let's call it what it is, the Gray Fox uniform. So yeah, I'm going after style points, so if you don't really care for my LPs, I feel sorry for you. But if you do, I really thank you for your support. But let's continue on to the next mission. I want to find out if I can actually make my
Please
stealth gear
specify a project.
or my infinite bandana. No, I cannot. The reason why I'm looking for my infinite bandana most of all is because,
Please select a mission.
well, people have been looking for the specialists that make infinite or permanent suppressors, everlasting suppressors. The infinite bandana covers all ends of everything. So even if you were to, wear the bandana, the suppressors, the ammo, everything will not wear out, not wear thin. We'll have no reason to call in for what is it called? Ammo reload? Something? At all. So even the boxes and such are infinite after that. So it kind of takes everything to a Metal Gear Rising level, I believe. So here we have the war economy again. I need a refresher in this memory.
The contract is to eliminate a high-ranking CFA officer. CFA doesn't just hire United soldiers as mercenaries. They're also supplying United with weapons. It just smacks of Western nations manipulating them against the socialist MPLA. Naturally, the MPLA is not happy with the situation and wants us to put a stop to it. Your standard issue East-West proxy war. Except it appears our target is the man in charge of how many weapons get supplied to Unida. Apparently his MO is to keep the Civil War going as long as possible, so CFA can keep making a profit. Bad for business if Unida wins too soon. So they sit back and suck the people dry. Parasites of war. Our intel suggests the target rarely ventures outside of Nova Braga Airport. But rumor has it that a Western arms dealer is headed there soon for an inspection. That could be your chance to eliminate the target from a distance. We also heard that he plans to leave the country following the inspection. This may be our only opportunity to take him out.
Right. That was my brief reminder. I remember now. I came back to this airport to get that man in the suit. He was a specialist of a kind. He allowed me to upgrade something that I needed most of all, which I kind of forgot what that was. But it's in my video records. If I were to look back at those logs, I can simply remind myself what that thing was and what he's a specialist
Clouds
of.
approaching.
Because I remember whenever I brought him back to my base, he was put in the brig until I was able to empty one space or two of that said platform, and then he was released. That giving us the ability to upgrade such items or weapons for that said specialist, or from that said specialist. But you get the idea. So if you can go back to the original war economy, it's that. So we're going to take this mission and
accepted.
Put on our beast mode face. We can't be spotted. Keep that in mind. We cannot be spotted.
Deploying.
So I'm taking the gear that I have. Doo-bop. Doo-bop. Episode 7. Stealth.
Eliminate the high-ranking
CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.
Now I remember how to get the infinite camo or stealth camouflage. I have to complete every single one of these missions. Forgot about that. These stealth missions.
Be careful down there, boss.
And I believe Solik said that I have to S rank most of them with the hardest of difficulties.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
That's a black stork. Basically a type of stork, though apparently they don't clatter their bills as much as others. They're working for one of the bigger PFs, the Contract Forces of Africa, CFA for short. These guys are all business. Mercenary work is strictly about the money to them. Either way, they're no threat to us. Boss, we've just received word that the arms dealer due to inspect Nova Braga Airport is on his way. Once his chopper has arrived, they'll be touring the facilities along with the target. Let him bring the target out into your line of fire.
I see a moving star. Or is that the sun setting? There he is. Oh crap. You know what I forgot to do? Hold on, I gotta restart this mission. Sorry, I forgot to change to my third loadout. Thought I had it on me.
Eliminate the high-ranking CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.
I swear the missile launcher was right there beside me.
Please select a drop point.
Be careful down there, boss.
Supply drop complete.
sent the information to your map screen. That's the target's predicted location. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
The extraction arrived
Boss,
at Mother
we've
Base.
just received word that the arms dealer due to inspect Nova Braga Airport is on his way. Once his chopper has arrived, they'll be touring the facilities along with the target.
Detected.
Let him bring the target out into your line of fire.
Has been updated. Mission info has been updated.
The chopper will be arriving any minute. Watch out. There's a chopper landing. It must be carrying the arms dealer. Keep your eyes on him. Our intel suggests the target will leave the country with the arms dealer after the inspection. Take him out before that happens. Good. You completed the objective. Now get out of there.
Mission info has been updated. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Easy enough. Only took us the second try just to get our third loadout on. Oh man.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Oh, that was fun.
Warning.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was...
We didn't even get one report.
Boss, you there? We have a problem. The staff have found out everything that Emmerich's been up to. They're right on the edge. I need you to intervene before things get out of control. Get back to Mother Base ASAP.
You're the one who stirred them up. That should have been Ocelot talking. Miller just made their situation worse.
9 years ago, this man acted as accomplice to the attack on Mother Base.
And before that continues, I'd like to say real quickly, thank you, Konami. Thank you, the Kojima team, for making this possible. I do not own rights to these clips. Video game that I own, purchased, freedom to stream, play whatever I like. And as long as I give them credit for where credit is, I think I'm good on this part. So thank you guys.
He then provided support to Skullface. Conspiring with Eli, he repaired Sahelanthropus in secret. His research materials caused the leak at the quarantine facility, which in turn caused the Walbachia mutation, letting the parasites off their chains. We lost a lot of good men. He also stands accused of murdering one of his own family, hiding the body.
I haven't killed anyone. The rest is all wrong, too. The inspection was supposed to help everyone. I sacrificed myself for my companions just as much as any of you. Why won't you believe me?
The prosecution calls a witness.
Boss herself.
Strangelove's gravestone, haunted by her phantom.
It's just a machine.
Huey! Damn it, Huey! Open it now! Please! Let me out! Kill me! Kill
It recorded it all. Everything. Everything you did living together.
How could a machine?
You forced your own son into the cockpit of a Metal Gear, a test subject.
How?
His mother had to hide him away, and for that you locked her in that coffin.
No! She did it herself! It was suicide! And even if I did, what right do you have?
There's more. We have you to tell us everything you've done, everything you've thought, all this time. 9 years ago, you agreed to the inspection in return for Cypher's guarantee that you'd be spared.
I thought it was real!
We've reviewed into everything else that's happened since you arrived here.
Please.
Guilty! All counts. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! We exist outside the law. What should we do, boss? Just give the order. We'll handle the rest.
Prepare a life raft. Big enough for one. Food and water, too.
Boss,
He's leaving.
he's responsible for all of this! Think of all the men! He didn't lose a damn thing! This is the enemy! And he's here on his knees!
Us? You are right, he is not one of us. But we are not responsible to judge an enemy. He leaves Mother Base, and that'll be the end of it.
touch me! I'm innocent! You're the murderers! Snake! You should be in this boat! There'd have been no inspection if it weren't for your precious nuke! I risked my life trying to save you all! How can you do this?
Question is, how could you?
Am I the only sane one here?
If you call it sanity.
It's not my fault!
Look, you can't discard your phantoms forever, Doctor.
Son of a bitch will make it, you know. I can see it now. In no time, he'll be telling tales about the black-hearted Diamond Dogs. The shining white knight, blabbering on about our injustice, hiding behind his fool's idea of morality. And all the other fools will stand around, nodding with every word he says.
No. One day he'll see through the lies he's built up. Realize what kind of man he really is. What goes around comes around. You can't run from yourself forever.
Got a point. Okay. Questioning you. What happened? Laboratory. Go Talker and the research. Alright. I have to say, I sat here through 2 sets of tapes. One set of Kazuhiro's Burgers. The second set, which came first, by the way, Code Talker's extensive research on the parasites. I had no idea he was anywhere like Code Talker. Wyatt. In fact, the reason why he was infested is because Code Talker put research himself to heal whatever grazes or burns that he had. And the only success out of this, though, was Quiet and himself. But his research was then condemned, forbidden to his people, because his people sees this sort of as a sin. If fallen into the wrong hands, like Skullface, himself would be to blame, and he was looking for some sort of cure to stop an infection spreads further. And he has like all the parasites in him. So he would be at threat of losing his mother tongue. Even all language. In fact, the only ones who aren't affected that is, well, Code Talker's people. And I can't exactly recall what NNA something. So yeah, the reason why they're on it is because the parasites can't detect their language speaking. So that's an upside, call it that. But yeah, I understand it all. But if you do get this game or have this game, listen to the hamburger story. That is the most funniest thing I've ever. That being said, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned for more. Solid King Willis, and we'll see you. So, peace out.